How low can you go? How young can you look? By the way, I hope everyone has had a terrific Tuesday. And what up with the age thing? Why do some people say, oh, I'm getting older, or they start forgetting things and it's like, oh, it must be my age. Why do some people look like they're 70 when they're 40, and then you have someone else who looks like they're 40 when they're 40, and then you have someone else who looks like they're 18 when they're 40. And I know some people are going to say it's in the genes, and I'm not taking science out of this, obviously, and we know the telomeres and all that signs, that there's the longer the telomere, the longer you can live, and then you don't age as much, and the shorter, well, and of course it is all in there, but what all makes it tick? What presence around you makes it work? Why do some people, even in the same families, who have the same genes, some of them live a lot longer or look a lot younger, and some of them don't? One can say the same thing about why it seems that certain sicknesses run in the family. Some people get them and some don't. What is that makes our hearts beat and makes us animate? What makes us walk? What makes us talk? That wonderful, mysterious, not so mysterious, but a lot of people think so. No, she's going to make this into something spiritual. Stop. You cannot not be spiritual. Your very breath you have in you is spiritual. So, you cannot take that out of it. You don't have to agree with it. It won't stop it from being true. Just had to put that in it. But anyway, what is that keeps everything going? And why do some people have it going longer than others? Could that have a lot more to do with your feelings and your thoughts? Of course, that very presence that feeds you and that feeds its life stream in you. There's no reason that people should ever really die. There's no reason that we can't keep on going, except we block the wonderful life stream that flows through us every moment. Every moment. One time when I was deep into meditation, not sleeping, meditation, I was pulled, and it's happened like once or twice before. I was pulled by that wonderful presence that we each got within us. And I saw it. I saw there actually was a beautiful place. There was a sunrise and a sunset at the same time. And I saw it standing above, and it was holding its hands out, and it was like a waterfall. This liquid golden stream. Well, it looked like a waterfall, like of water, but was energy, live energy. And it was just flowing constantly. Constantly we were being fed this. 24/7. So why do we age? I mean, our cells and all the parts of our bodies renews itself every so and so and so and so. Why should we age? Well, because we expect to age. Most of us buy into the brainwashing that every moment we're getting older. And as we get older, we have to look a certain way. But do we? Do we? No. But we believe that. And because we believe it, we buy into it. Life is all about what you buy into. No matter if you're talking about age or anything else. All what happens to you is what you believe, is what you think. This is why sometimes when we're trying to manifest something, it doesn't always work. Not because manifesting doesn't work, but because a lot of times it's what you feel is going to happen or think is going to happen, which leads into, because thoughts always, usually most of the time, our thoughts have a feeling attached to it. And it's really the feeling in the thought which either makes it or breaks it. So if you're one of these people who always feel, let me say it this way, if you're one of these people who always feel young, who always feel like they're 23, who never care, it doesn't bother them when they get older. They know that it's bull, about when you can remember something or not, whether it has to do with getting older, because you hear that all the time, I must be getting old. You're as old as you think or feel you are. So, if you want to get old, if you want to feel old, then feel old. Everyone gets older because they are living day by day. But that doesn't mean you're physically or mentally or emotionally be decrepit. That is all in the feelings and the image that we hold to ourselves. If we always think of ourselves and feel like we're 23, 30, or whatever age it really doesn't have to be an age. It's just the feeling of being young. So if you feel really wonderfully and young, then sooner or later you're going to hear people saying, boy, how old are you? You look a lot younger. You look a lot younger. I have heard that a lot. The funny thing is, I wasn't trying to look young. Age never bothered me. It probably didn't hurt that I used to meditate a lot. And I still do, by the way. Of course, at one time, for 10 years, I was also a vegetarian, which probably helped some too. And although I'm not really a vegetarian now, I don't hardly eat any meat though. And that's not because of my beliefs. It's just, I just don't. I don't know. But whether or not you're a vegetarian or you're not a vegetarian doesn't also make a difference. It's all in your feelings. So you're as young as you feel. And like I said, this could be with anything, not just with age, but with anything. How you feel, how you think, how you see yourself, that is what will be presented to you. We cannot blame our ever-loving presence if we don't have the world before us that we want. We love to blame things. And it's not about blaming yourself either. It's just about fixing it. Realizing that all wonderful perfection comes from our presents. And when there's an error, when there's something you don't like, just simply fix it. You cannot blame the presents for that. The presents always lovingly puts out all the wonderful things that we need, all the money we would ever need. It's like this. Oh, I'd like to have that nice house. Your presence puts in the live stream, it comes through you to have that supply for the house. But by the time it comes, we requalify it, and by things like, I don't think I'm ever going to get that. How's that ever going to come? That's never going to happen to me. And by the time you get it, a shack appears, right? Or you want that car, that really nice fancy car, and by the time you talked yourself into that just can't happen for you, turns into like a little mini Volvo or whatever. But you get it, right? So we can have all the things that we want, all the good things, including looking young, that wonderful relationship, the nice place, wonderful close-knit friends, that fantastic career, loads of money, that nice fashionable clothes, whatever. We could have it in an instant if we would just allow it to be, including, like I said, which is the main thing of this thing, was you. So what is the secret to eternally looking young? There's really not much of a secret. I mean, people, maybe they don't know it, but the truth is not thinking about getting old, not expecting to get old, not believing and accepting all of that which comes in that says old, age, sick, you're gonna die. There's no reason we can't have good health. God gave that to us, all wonderful things, which includes perfect health. And if we don't have it, then the error is within ourselves. Notice I didn't say blame, because it's really not about blame. Whether it's someone else or yourself, it's just about saying, what do I want in my life? What wonderful things do I want? And just allowing them to be. Putting it out there and accepting it in. And by accepting it in, not requalifying it by disbelieving it or having what other people say about it be what you believe. Because a lot of times we get excited about a certain thing, and then other people, they may take it down, which is actually a good reason maybe not to put out your manifesting things to everyone out there, unless you're to that place where it doesn't bother you. But sometimes, even when we don't mean for it to, other people's suggestions do kind of taint us in a way. Our thoughts, they creep in. So it's about knowing what you want. Age, if you want to look young, it's about feeling young. What did you like to do when you were young? What made you feel always young? I guess when most of us were younger, we didn't really think about it. Maybe it's not always just only about feeling young. It's just about not feeling old. Knowing you still have life and there's no reason to feel old. And actually, theoretically, yes, it is possible that even if you're one of these people who look 10 or 20 years older than you are now, that you can actually start looking younger. But you have to believe it and feel it, and it has to become that part of you. And the same with if you're sick. People have been on the verge of death and have actually survived and totally got out of their sickness. But it means really feeling and picking up and yes, you can do that. Anyway, I know I'm rambling. Anyway, I want everyone to have a fabulous, and I hope you got something out of this, a fabulous and wonderful rest of your Tuesday and a wonderful camel day for tomorrow. Over and out.